you say I was one of the better players? You right?
Keep believing, man. We're going to have that. We're going to have our season sooner or later.
We're going to win in the trenches.
And it all starts.
Stand up.
Right now.
Don't fall. Fall.
Not yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's got a good one, huh?
Uh-huh.
Damn, Tanner.
It's like Inception. Cyclone.
Welcome into Command Center, presented by SeatGeek, the official primary ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders. Welcome in, Commanders family. Brian Cooper Jr. here with Santana Moss, Fred Smoot, and Logan Paulson. And yes, we are in the same clothes. However, we are here to give you a free agency special. Yes, Fred, we can smell you from all the way over here. Now, the clock starts on free agency this Wednesday. So, fellas, we got to get into all of that. Give a nice preview to our Commanders family. Y'all cool with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Y'all been here before, though. Y'all have been free agents. Tanner, you were a high-level free agent in a really wild time. Tell us about that and what's going on through your head while you're a free agent.
It's nerve-wracking. I mean, it's one of those things, man, like, you know, you have so much going on in your head, especially if you're a guy that's been here for a while, you don't want to leave. If you do leave, you want the right kind of money. But at the same time, we was on a lockout when I was, you know, up to be a free agent. So it's one of those situations, but I was so happy to get it over with. And, you know, I didn't leave. I was still here.
Glad you're here.
Yeah.
Now, Fred, you actually left. Then you came back.
Yeah, free agent twice. Free agent twice. Actually, not a free agent twice. Free agent once and traded back here. And the thing about it was, I was talking to Coach Gibbs before I left to go to Minnesota. It was one of them years where we just didn't have a lot of cap money at the time. Still paying Deion Sanders, still paying a lot of players. So I had to make a decision. And the decision, it was business. It was all business. But I also got to a point where I wasn't happy. The grass ain't always green on the other side. And I remember getting on the phone with Coach Gibbs and calling him and say, I want to be back home in Washington. By the end of the day, I was back in Washington. So sometimes I think you got to take your own destiny in your hand and not let it be so free.
It's cool that you had pool like that, right? That's kind of a cool story.
Well, I mean, it's really interesting though to hear you guys talk about it because I always see you guys as like living this different NFL life. You know, Tanner, you're one of like the most famous players I ever played with, and for me as an undrafted free agent, like my process was very similar. Like I was afraid, like am I going to be playing football still? And so I think that process is very daunting, but it's also very exciting, right? Because there's an opportunity to be with a new team, make a lot of money, and that's always a good thing. So.
Why did you say I was one of the better players? You right? I mean, you just always Tanner. You know what?
You're right. No, Fred was the best DB that I never heard of.
Oh my goodness. And on that note, clearly we are very excited to talk to you about free agency. Before we do that, let's check out the free agency schedule. Here are the lucky numbers brought to you by Maryland Lottery Fast Play Games. Play fast, win fast today, but please play responsibly. Now, free agency is on the horizon. Teams may enter contract negotiations starting on March 11th. Deals can be made official beginning on Wednesday, March 13th after 4 p.m. when the new league year begins. Now that's a look at the big upcoming dates as we kick off NFL free agency. Fellas, that is the timeline on free agency, so let's get right into it. What prospects are you looking? What are some team needs for the Commanders? Fred, I'm gonna start with you.
Well, everything starts with the pass rush. We're gonna win in the trenches, and there's some veterans out there you can get. You can, I think not San Diego, but LA will eventually let go of Khalil Mack. I think he's a guy. You got Danielle Hunter from Minnesota. I think he'll be a guy that you can plug and play as a pass rusher, and also linebacker. And one of my favorites is right around the beltway, Pat Queen. Think about this. Jamin Davis and Patrick Queen. I'm sorry, I think that solidifies that group front and back, if you ask me.
Well, I think we need help in a lot of places, you know, especially when it comes to, we have 20-something guys on the team right now.
23 to be exact.
You talked about that highly the other night.
Yeah.
But honestly, you know, when you think about it, we just got rid of Logan, Thomas, and then you're also not sure what's going to happen with Curtis Samuels. You know what I mean? To me, those two positions there, you might need a third down receiver like Curtis, and you might need that tight end, that veteran leadership to come in here, because I don't think tight end wise, we really had any confidence in anybody else, on the team last year. So it's a couple of names out there that I'm thinking of, but I think those two areas probably are most important on the offensive side.
Yeah, and for me, it's offensive line. And I think one of the things about offensive line is that there's free agents, but there's also a very strong draft class. So I'm going to show you guys what I mean. Let's go check it out.
Show me what you got.
All right, guys, so let's talk about some free agent prospects in this draft class. And these names you guys probably all know, right? We got Mekhi Becton, former first-round pick, Trent Brown, one of the most physically dominant pass protectors in the draft, Tyron Smith, and Jonah Williams, excuse me.
Yep.
All these guys are up this year. So you got to find the right guy that fits your offensive vision. You know what I'm saying, Tanner?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And so the guy that kind of sticks out to me in this group is Jonah Williams.
Yeah.
Young player, 25, and relatively healthy, kicked around the front. But again, there's issues with all of them, and they're going to be expensive. You got to make sure it's the right fit for you and your cultural identity. And this year, we're really blessed, Fred.
Yes, we are.
We're very blessed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big guys in this draft that are very athletic that get you excited. So you kind of have to determine whether there's that guy for you in free agency or one of these later round, first round guys, early second round guys fit you. You know, we talked about Tyler Guyton, the tackle from Oklahoma.
Best
big
athlete.
athletic
Yes.
dude. Troy Fatanu might be a guard, but again, brings value to the offensive line. And hey, Tanner, you know this guy.
Thanos.
Baby.
The
Emeritus
real
Mims.
Thanos.
That's
Yeah.
right. Patrick Paul, that's
Yeah.
Chris Paul's brother,
Yeah.
and Kingsley Sumataya. Some of these guys are going in the first round, but at 36, I think there's an opportunity to draft this guy and develop. The problem with a young guy is they're not always ready to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem.
So that's
Yep.
why it's a decision that Adam Peters has to make, and that's why he makes way more money than me, right?
Yeah.
Because he's got to make this tough decision. But do we want the security of a veteran or the growth potential of a young player? That's why this offseason process can be so challenging.
Shout out to Logan for giving us all that we needed to know about free agency and draft. And our senior staff writer, Zach Selby, is keeping you up to date on all things free agency news based that you need to know. Each day of free agency, Selby is taking a deep dive into each position group, giving you all you need to know about the top free agents. If you want more in-depth analysis on offensive line free agents, check out the latest article on commanders.com. And speaking of great content, available next week is a special Commanders Legend Roundtable discussion over at DC Prime. We got Rick Doc Walker, we got Santana Moss, Fred Smoot, and Super Bowl champion Brian Mitchell. And you know what? We even got a sneak peek for you. Let's send it over to your favorite Commander player, Santana Moss, as he talks about his time here in Washington.
It's time for Just Chill, brought to you by Steam Fitters.
Just chill. Steam Fitters. UA Local 602 provides the highest HVAC and mechanical piping services.
Thing that I got from this fan base, man, they just, like you say, they family. You know how you go to grandma's house and you and that cousin always get in that fight, but when it's time to eat, y'all saying grace together, y'all got each other. That's what I feel when I came here, you know what I mean? That's why I said I didn't want to leave. I can feel like I was at home. And one of the reasons why I'm able to be here and walk through the town and see these guys and have a connection, share stories, talk to them, show up every time that, you know, the Commanders need me to, because I want to be able to interact with you guys just so y'all can stick around and know that to stay true, you know, stay with this team, because I feel like sooner or later we gonna win.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a part of that. We gotta speak it though. You know, I hear so much negativity coming from so many people that follow this team, and it's no wonder why we go out there with, you know, and have some of the outcomes, because people are praying that we do. You know what I'm saying? But you have to speak it, man. And I feel that you guys are the reason why a lot of us is here today. And if you keep believing, man, we're gonna have that. We're gonna have our season sooner or later.
Shout out to our Commanders legends for not only talking about their time in Washington, but spending time with our loyal fans. Now, we have something else that the Burgundy and Gold fans might be interested in. The 2024 season will be here before we know it, and there are some exciting things in store coming up in April. Our very own Command Force will be holding auditions at Commanders Field, formerly known as FedEx Field, on April 13th through the 16th. Visit commanders.com/commandforce, that's commanders.com/commandforce, to learn more on how you can join one of the most diverse entertainment teams in the NFL. I promise you, it's an opportunity you won't want to miss. Now, Commanders fam, you know we always like to play some games with y'all. So this one is similar to football gridiron, but we're calling it Get Gritty because it's all Commander style. We're gonna have 2 minutes, only 2. We're supposed to get 3, but only get 2 minutes to answer all 9 of these boxes. And if you aren't familiar with the rules, let's take a look right now. Okay, fellas, so this grid will only contain Washington legends. For the Super Bowl category, it has to be a Super Bowl won by Washington. And it shouldn't be too hard because all 4 of our Command Center analysts are on the grid, even including London Fletcher. Now, we have 2 minutes to fill all 9 squares. So, fellas, y'all ready to get gritty? All right, game started, guys. We got 2 minutes on the clock. All right, let's guess.
Corner one right here, that's me.
Yes!
Fred Smoot.
Fred Smoot.
Fred Smoot.
No.
No, it's not.
They said Fred Smoot. That's a money bag right here.
That's me right here.
That's me right here.
Tanner.
Is this Tanner?
No, Tanner down there.
Up top or bottom?
Yeah,
Tanner.
right here.
Oh, he said either or Tanner.
Wait, why?
Right here.
No, I'll do this. This is me. I'll do that one.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Okay, we almost
This
there,
right
fellas.
here
Almost
is,
there.
Darryl Green.
No, Doug
Williams?
Doug Green for 20.
Yeah, Darryl Green is here. Darryl Green is here.
Doug Williams right here.
Doug is.
Nah,
Doug was the first round.
Yeah,
Doug
right. Okay, who we got? Undrafted is tough.
Undrafted. London Fletcher.
No, this is Antonio Pierce.
London Fletcher right here.
Well, Antonio Pierce did win a Super Bowl, but not with us.
No on AP.
London didn't go to Division One.
He did it.
London right here.
AP.
No, Antonio.
But London didn't win the Super Bowl for the Commanders.
No,
He would have had to win the Super Bowl with the Commanders. Is this Fred right here up top right?
No.
D1 college 20-plus career interception?
I did.
They say that's Fred. You said no, Fred. That's you right there, baby. Let's go. I know you, Fred.
Two
more.
Undrafted.
Undrafted.
No, London got to be
D1 college.
here.
London didn't go to D1 though.
I can't keep track.
He didn't go D1.
London is here, right? London here?
No, that's
No.
No, you're here. You're here.
This is Darryl Green right here.
Yeah,
This is Darryl Green.
Yep, this is Fred right here.
This is Fred, Darryl Green, London Fletcher.
Okay.
Logan Paulson, Santana Moss.
Okay.
Doug Williams.
Come on.
I forgot who that one was.
Come on.
Yeah.
RG3.
Yeah, undrafted here. Undrafted where we having problems at. How you undrafted?
We only got 20 seconds left, fellas.
Antonio Pierce.
Antonio Pierce.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, you hit the button. You hit the
Erase him.
How do we erase
And
him?
now we got, is this Super Bowl and
Champ and
undrafted?
undrafted. That's tough, man.
We got 10 seconds
Was
left.
Mosley drafted?
Mark Mosley.
Mark Mosley?
Joe Riggins.
He was with the Jets.
Logan got to be one of these.
Jacoby. What else we got?
Logan Paulson.
Antonio Pierce.
All right, let's see what we got.
How did we do? We did it. The judges say we got it. What better as a team, fellas? You know what I'm saying? We ain't had to cheat. We ain't had to do nothing. Logan Paulson, believe in yourself, brother. That is it for the Anderson family. Until next time, we're going to see y'all next Thursday. Peace out.
Thank me and Logan.
Tonight, Dad came with. He didn't want his little sweet potato to be here without him. But now, he really wishes she was here without him. Next time, he'll just let her roll with her new entourage. And he'll only trust SeatGeek with the tickets. Because when she finds her happy place, he can find his way back to the car. The ticketing app trusted by fans. SeatGeek, so fans can fan.